Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. This is my son's door. Straight Dragon Ball over a Stranger Things poster. Let's go over here real quick. Oops, sorry. And here's some stratagems that I'm going to be selling online. You got the commons on the top, the uncommon in the middle, and one rare on the bottom. I'm just going to put them all out as one lot. And then let's go over to the table. And this is our dining room table. It's a disaster, but I have been testing some stuff. Here's a lot of the stuff I've been making. Maybe it's because I'm pushing 50 and pushing daisies, but I haven't had a whole lot of time because I've just been wanting to sleep. I just can't stay up till to midnight or 1 anymore. But that's the stuff that I've been done and been working on, and I got some new ones here. Yeah, you're seeing some green there. Let's push that off to the side. And now on a previous video, I think you already saw, yeah, my printer's doing a lighter colors again. But it did great for Scramble here. And let's look at Scramble real quick. When played, all characters on the battlefield are flipped. So this is actually an action card, not a stratagem. And I made it blank. It's a blank action card, Scramble. And it is a 1-star action card that affects everybody in the field. Since I made it a star card, I only made 1 copy. So there's Scramble. And I'll probably have it digital over here on the right, the other left. Let's look at next the one I kind of teased the other day, Beast War picture. Stop it, you two. This is a stratagem. It can be for anybody because it's promoting a mixed team or mixed factions team. Mercenaries, Autobots, Decepticons, etc. This stratagem gives +1 tough to 2 characters of different factions on your team for the game. You cannot change this ability between other characters. So if you're going too tall and they are 2 different factions, you have nothing to worry about. But if you have maybe 3 wide or 4 wide and you have, some factions mixed in, you can only pick 2 of them and they get tough 1 for the game. So that's stop it, you two. So, and yeah, I did just the number 2 there. Kind of funny. I like that picture. And it is flipped. It's shrunk, cropped, and flipped. Okay, up next is let's do this one next. Scanners activated from the first episode of Beast Wars. It is a stratagem. Since I ran out of room because I made this so very text heavy, I put my little sort of homemade edition signature right here. Scanners activated. Defending, you may swap for a character outside the game with an equal star count. Put any previous damage from the original character on the new and scrap or any upgrades that were attached. Flip over when used. So you can use this once per game. It's a good way if you have a sideboard to bring in your sideboard in the middle of the game. Say I'm doing my Mega Caliburst deck, and instead I have the 7-star Megatron. Well, he only has 10 health. Sake of argument, say he's down by 5. Well, some reason he's defending. I can use Scanners activated, flip it over. This is the wrong Megatron, but I would, take out that Megatron, bring in Impactor, who has 2 more health instead of 10, but then put the same damage on him. Any upgrades that Megatron had would be scrapped and would not be put on Impactor. But they would both be 7-star characters. And there was probably needs to be more verbiage on here. Oh gosh, explaining, if he needs to, bring him in as in alt mode, but that just seems to be a given. Whenever a character starts in the game, they normally start in alt mode. That's sort of part of the rules. But just something to think about. But it's an idea. I haven't really tried this yet, but where you have a certain star character that where their health or attack or ability is better than the one being played. And like I said, it's like bringing a sideboard character, so to speak, in the middle of the game, but they have to get the same amount of damage as the character you just took out. Okay. That was that. Next, let's get all the Beast War looking cards out of the way. Power Trip. I had gotten a few screenshots of Pterosaur getting zapped by the Energon on the floating island. And this was the best one that really came out. Pick one of your characters without the leader trait. I'm really playing around with leader traits and not, if you can tell. And give them +3 to attack for one battle. As long as the defender has more stars than the attacker. Now, wait a minute. Okay, I see what I was doing. I printed this one out this morning, but I forgot what I had. Okay. Okay, you're attacking. You pick one of your characters that's not a leader. You're going to give them +3 to attack. Well, whoever you're attacking has to have more stars than the character that you've chosen to attack. And it is a one-time thing. You flip it over and it's done. But, why I call this Power Trip, +3 is pretty strong. Not to mention their normal attack on the character, any attack action you may have, any extra attacker bold on their weapons or utilities or upgrades, plus whatever you flip. So you can get at least one strong real attack with Power Trip, and anybody can use it. But it does take a star card. All my stratagems take star cards. You can't just have them in there for the fun of it. This is from the '86 movie, and they use this heavily in the trailer to show off the detail to get us to go in the theater way back when. I'll never forget seeing that in the trailer on the TV. If you're back away, this is called back away. It is a stratagem for anybody, for any faction. If your defender has brave, then damage your attacker back by 1 after battle. I did not say flip it over, so as long as you have someone defending that has brave, whether it's an upgrade or on their character or whatever, you can attack them 1 after the battle. I thought that, and we've seen that with, well gosh, I just had him out here, like this Megatron from Wave 5. As long as you flip orange when you were defending, you get to attack back. But that's just on its character. But then this has a few more little hoops. You're defending, you have to have brave. And not that much, but that's back away. Let's get some group therapy. Now, I think this is a picture from Energon. That same one episode where I also screenshotted Tidal Wave and some other stuff. There's actually a good bit of action in that little episode. I never really cared for that series, but I may have to try to watch Energon at least. I couldn't stomach Armada. Okay, group therapy. This is for patrols and bowel movements. I'm kidding. BM, when you get old, that stands for bowel movements. Battle Masters. So any of your little guys, I don't have any here up on the table. Well, I do, but I don't see them. Well, boom. There's one. There's Caliburst. Battle Master. So there's an example. When one of your patrols or battle masters are defending and you flip at least one white pip, gain 1 health back after the battle. This can prevent a KO. So even if they get KO'd, I mean, you would want Caliburst to be KO'd, but this would be great for like your patrol guys. Well, maybe that's a bad idea. You do have to flip a white pip. You do have to flip a white. So maybe that would be okay. This is one definitely I would need to test. And I haven't really got to test much. But that is group therapy. That is group therapy. Oh, and we got one last one. And it's a whole new idea people have been talking about. One of the last next to last videos Wassy did, or Ross did on his Wassy Plays videos. Earlier in the year, he put a thing out there, would we like location cards? And this was before Wave 5 even came out. Possibly before we realized that Wave 5 was going to have stratagems. I got to get back to work. And that was location cards. And I got excited, and I had a really big comment message out there because somebody said, oh, we don't have the locations, blah, blah, blah. We don't have enough. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, right. And I just started listing stuff from the 84, 86 cartoon, the cartoon movie, the live action movies, the comics. There were tons of locations in the comics. Cybertron, inside Cybertron, the Witwicky's garage or house, the drive-in theater where Buster met Bumblebee for the first time by accident in a way. Not officially meeting Bumblebee, but he did. Just all sorts of places, iconic like Iacon. Oh goodness. The pits or whatever that Blaster had mentioned when he lost his partner. Then you've got Char, you've got the lava asteroid that Galvatron was on, all the places in Beast Wars, the ships, the Ark, the Avalon, was that the Maximal ship? The Nemesis and the Predacon ship. I don't think it had a name, and just etc. There's just really tons of stuff. Places in Armada, places in Headmasters, places in Victory, places in Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated. Their base in Chicago. Their base in Detroit. I mean, there's just tons of stuff you could do with location cards. And I made it a different color. I made it green. And I made it's the Standing Stones right as it was exploding in Chain of Command from Beast Wars. And again, this is also flipped. It's really hard to tell because it's from the air, it's circular, and I didn't realize you can actually see all the little characters that were around fighting just before the event happened in the show. When any character attacks and is wearing an armor, takes 1 extra damage. So this affects your team if you're using this as a location card, and it affects your opponents as well. And you know, if you have an armor on, you know that it's only 1 damage, yeah, but every damage really counts in this game. And it would be a little even across the board somewhat if you have Oh, goodness. If you've got about 23 stars mixed in between characters, maybe battle cards, in a stratagem, you could have this one for 25 maybe, or unless you're using one of the newer stratagems like Beachcomber or somebody that allows you to have a little extra. But imagine using this in conjunction with something like Crimzeek. Wow, that would be interesting. It might be something for me to test to see how that would play out. But just, and even then, Crimzeek only hits one character. When whoever has Crimzeek draws, he hits them by one, they get flipped, and then once he's hit everybody and that's still available in the battlefield, he's flipped over and not used again. Which is probably one of my favorite cards that I've created. Yeah, this is my final. And if you've got some draw power, that's you're gonna get him. And yeah, he's got to hit your own team too. So just fun. It brings a whole new element to the game a little bit. But did I go over Loose Alliance? I think I did. On a previous episode, a previous video. I need to call it quits here. But in case you missed it, if you have Autobots and Decepticons on your team, your Decepticons get +1 to attack. I've played this and tested this a little bit, and it works. It doesn't seem too completely unfair. I played a couple of games back and forth a little bit. I think both teams did have Decepticons. Yes, they did. The team this was on was mixed. The other team was too tall with this Megatron and somebody else. I forgot who I was playing them with. And it did. And both teams got to win. So I don't have time to just play and test to be able to see, okay, what's the ratio for these things. But it seems like if one team can win and the other team can win, then they both seem to have equal shots, even though to some extent, even with the the stratagems that I've made available. So, there's that. But that's all I've got today. I need to get back at it. Just wanted to take a little time, sit down, and what do you think? Tell me. I mean, I know some of you guys are following me out there. What do you think about a location card? And this is my first attempt at that. And like I said, my printer is doing printing lightly again. It did great for a bit, and now it's not. So whenever we get those PDF files from the ARC and we're able to print stuff, some new stuff out, I guess you could pick and choose what characters you would want, which sounds like a nice thing too, unless we all have to just download the whole PDF file of all the artwork. I don't know. And then you can choose what you want to print. So that sounds like a really convenience, a real nice convenience. So let me know what you think, especially the idea of a location card. And am I going about this the wrong way? I don't think the ARC is looking at location cards. I could be wrong. I really don't know what they're doing. But some of these seem very, very fun. In scanners activated, I may have to adjust. I mean, I understand what I wrote here, and it's still a lot of text. But I may have to go for the typewriter font, as they call it, which is what this is here on the black with the white print, and go from there. But this, I'll need to test this out too. But I've gone way too long. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And like I said, please give me some input, guys. I know you're lurking. I know you're watching. I know you're thinking, what is this guy doing? Is he breaking the game? I know he's just having fun. But I will put these sort of, digitally over the video as I edit. So if you want to screenshot them yourself and print them out, go for it. Because they look a lot better that way too. They all look a little washed out. Well, we got to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. We will catch you next time. Have a great day and a blessed afternoon.
Oh, Prime, where does Roller go when you transform anyways?